What is up, everybody? Wow, you guys like these little late night ask me anything things because there's already quite a few people hanging around in the chat. What is going on, everybody? Say what's up. I'm going to get to everybody. I'm not planning on staying on a long time, but I think we got some stuff to talk about in here today. Let me know what is going on with everybody this evening. Can you guys hear me okay? Just give me a heads up. Everything sounds good, looks good. Let me know. All right, so I'm going to start at the top here. Ken Carlson, what is up, man? How are you? Mel, what is up, kid? We are doing great. How are you doing? You had a stream earlier today, didn't you? Or you were guesting on someone's thing, I think. I saw it, but I haven't been able to tune in yet. I just got home. What do we got? Sean Brown, what is up? Ken Carlson, oh, he says, hey again. Lepke Vision, what is up, man? Let's see. Adam's 80 in here. What's up, dude? Let's see. We got Holly Go Frightley's in the house. Good timing. She was bored with YouTube. 2 weeks, she says. Yes, 2 weeks. I actually will be seeing Holly Go Frightley along with a bunch of other people at Chiller Theater in New Jersey. I got my tickets right here. Boom, boom, boom. My Chiller tickets will be hanging out there Friday night, Saturday all day, Saturday night. If anybody else that checks this out is going to Chiller at the end of the month in New Jersey, let me know. Come say hi because, like I said before, I will not know you as easy as you will know me. So please come up to me, tell me you watch the show, you're subs to the channel, and we'll do a pick. We'll get a pick going. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I could really use the weekend away. We'll get into that. There's just so much going on here at the house still, and 2022 has been a little rough as far as just things going on here at my house. Nothing else has been bad or anything like that, but just a lot of renovations that are taking way longer than expected. It just put a damper on my normal routine. Jeff Overing, what is up, man? Welcome. Yo, Foz Rotten. USA up all night. This is RAD up all night. We got Lepke. Love the class at 1884 shirt. Thank you, man. I love this movie so much. It is definitely something I am working on to get on this channel. Something extra special for class of 84. It's been something that I've really wanted to dive deeper into since the day I started this channel. It's a favorite of mine that not many people talk about enough. And I'm trying to work on something a little special for an 84 episode. Let me see. JS says, yo, what's up? What is up? We got Dawn of the Dude here. What's up, man? I must have missed you earlier. Yeah, Foz Rotten. Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, that sucks, dude. It's been a rough year in 2022 with some, especially comedians that we loved. I think the last time I did a stream, or maybe it was 2 times before, I did like a late night stream, and it was like the night that Bob Saget died. So, yeah, rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. Man, he was in so many movies. I mean, what an iconic, actor. He's always known for his voice. I mean, there's nobody like that now. Like, he's just somebody that I feel like is going to go down in history just as being so unique. You knew when he was in a movie, man, he was just great. Like, what sticks out to me the most when I think of him is Problem Child. That iconic role he had in that. That's the first thing I think about because honestly, I think that may have been the first time I'd ever seen him was in that movie. But yeah, I love that flick. Gilbert Gottfried. If you guys don't know, my brother, who's been on a bunch of different episodes with me, he's in a band Lame Genie, and they actually had a video go viral about a year ago where they had Gilbert Gottfried as a guest doing vocals to Mortal Kombat. So if you guys have not seen that, I posted it yesterday on my Instagram story, when I found out he passed away. So if you guys haven't seen that, check out Lame Genie on YouTube, and it's on there. Oh, Ken Carlson, we need class of '84 on 4K. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, I love the Scream Factory edition. Don't get me wrong. Great edition. Love the artwork. Have the poster hanging up here from that artwork. But a 4K would be awesome, man. Anything they can give is great. Adams 80. Got a cool Born to Be Rad shirt today. Did you get it in or did you order it? Because all Born to Be Rad merch is on sale for the next 24 hours over at shop.deadpit.com. You can get yourself a hoodie, a sweatshirt, crew neck, long sleeve, tank top, t-shirt. You get a bunch of stuff. I love the baseball tees. That's my jam. I love crew neck sweatshirts. I love those too. I grabbed a couple of stuff as well. But yeah, it was great seeing people getting their orders in. People have been tagging me and sending me pictures and DMs about, wearing their shirts. So yeah, very cool, guys. I love it. I'm glad you guys are digging the logo, even though it's just the logo, but I've got a lot of ideas floating around, even like to do some shirts. Like my mind's always going, and the Dead Pick guys the same way. Like we're always thinking, like if you guys like that Rad Up All Night shirt, like that can easily be up there. So that would be cool. But thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate all your support always. Yo, Garrett, what's good, bro? Hangman, what is up, man? Don't recognize you too much from the chat. Maybe it's your first live stream, unless I've totally missed you. But man, thanks for popping in. We'll get into things. I just want to see who's in the house. Let me see. Sick shirt. Thank you, Donna the Dude. Let me see what Lepke says. Man, I feel like New Jersey at HorrorCon once a month. Yeah, man. New Jersey is like the place for conventions around the Northeast. It really is. It's crazy because you would think like Boston was, and it's really got like one convention that comes around. Rhode Island has one, so it's always Comic-Con, but all the horror stuff is in New Jersey. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean that's the state I'm in my life right now. New Jersey for the weekend is a vacation. Like it really is. Like my schedule is crazy busy. Especially now with this house situation, like everything I do is on like a schedule. Even tonight, like this wasn't planned, but I was looking at my schedule and I was like, okay, I have no shows tonight. I've got nothing going on. I don't need to film anything. I was like, let me just try to go live and do it and ask me anything Q&A because people always ask for that and I don't do it enough. So, TJ Frizzy finally caught a Garrett only stream live. Hey man, thanks for popping in. Let me see. Ken Carlson talking about Fright Night 2. Mel, where's the Burbs post on? I guess it's packaged back up with my address on it. No, but you know what? I actually might have something for you, kid. I thought about you. Where did I do with it? I thought about you with something, and I was going to message you. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Mel, are you still in here? Look at this. I have this that I bought many years ago from a company called Bedlam Supply. And it is Burbs. And basically what this is, it's all the characters and it's got like little string on it. And like for birthday parties, how you hang something and it's like an object and there's a string and there's another one, there's a string, and you can kind of hang it anywhere. I've had this for so long and I was going to put it up in the movie room and I didn't end up doing it. So it's been just sitting in a drawer for years. And after we did the stream and find out how much of a fan of it you are, kid, if you want this, I'll send it to you and you can have it. You can do whatever you like with it. If you got the space, it's all yours, kid. Let me see what we got going on here. I'm sorry, I want to keep on the chat. Lepke says Problem Child is one of his favorites. I love Problem Child. Adams 80, you got it in the mail today. Awesome, dude. Hey, take a selfie with it on, will you? Do that for me and send it to me or post it and tag me. Magnetic T, what's up, man? He says, have you heard of a TV movie called Killing Mr. Griffin? No, I have not. Tell me more about it. Garrett Night Live. Love it, Lepke. Okay, so I think I'm pretty caught up here, it looks like. Yeah, guys, so welcome. I don't really have much to talk about. I was going to kind of tell you what's been going on with the channel for the next couple weeks, where you can find me, answer any questions you guys have. Obviously, it's a pretty big month. Now, in a perfect world, all right, Mel, hey, message me on Instagram and with your address, and I'll send it to you. In a perfect world, everything the stars would align right now. I told you guys when I started this YouTube thing about a year and a half ago, it was mainly to keep my mind off work. Work is always on top of mind. If I'm not working, I'm working. I'm writing programs, I'm writing articles, I'm doing this, I'm doing shooting videos, I'm editing. Like it's always something. I'm writing emails, newsletters. And I've had this collection hobby of mine that I've just been in love with, like pretty much as long as I can remember. And then having a son, and I realized like, the last thing I was doing was like enjoying any of this stuff I have. And the collector in me was kept just buying stuff, and not really enjoying it. So I decided to create this YouTube channel with some friends, like, people like Pizzal and Deadpit. I tell the story all the time. They've been bugging me for years to kind of like, not bugging, but like pushing me like, hey, you should do it. You'd be good at this. You got good collection. Everybody should see it. And I had equipment that I bought from during COVID because I was home working. And I decided to do it. So, I had a couple big goals of mine and a couple I've achieved so far, small, little goals. 1,000 subs was a goal that I wanted to hit January 2021. Didn't happen, which is fine. But I'm like right there, guys. It's like I'm like 30 away right now. And also too, and Mel is in here, and big props to Mel. I mean, when I heard about Justin getting YouTuber of the month, new horror YouTuber of the month, he had messaged me and said, "Hey man, I'm going to nominate you. Are you cool with that?" And I was like, of course, I'm cool with you nominating me." And I thought in my head, if I win this thing, like I'm nominating Mel, I'm nominating, and there's other people I have on my list. And then I saw that she was nominated. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. But now I want to win this thing here. So, guys, two things. In the month of April, I could hit 1,000 subs and be the YouTuber of the month for April, the new horror YouTuber of the month for April. I could get both of those done by the end of April. So guys, if you are not subbed, please sub now. Share the videos. Let's get 30 more. Let's get 1,000 by the end of the month. And if you have not, there's a description. There's a video down below in the description box, a link. Go watch that video and throw me a vote in the comments, will you? And Mel, I did vote for you. So I appreciate that as well. And yeah, guys. So if that's the case, the plan is that if I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a big 1,000 sub stream, which is coming. I just don't know when. And I've already got guests lined up that we're going to have on the show, similar to what we did on the 500 episode, a 500th subscriber episode. So if you haven't seen that, if you're newer to the channel, go back. It was a fun time. It was a party. I had like special guests from YouTube come on and we chatted together and stuff. So it was cool. It was fun. It was like a big celebration. Now, the 1,000, I'm going to do the same thing. And I've got, some guests that are going to be lined up. I got a couple more people to talk to, and I could have them kind of pop on, and people that have been on my channel, or if I've been on their channel, and we kind of just all chat together. It's a fun time. It was a really successful stream the last time. And if I get this YouTuber of the month thing, that'll just be a bonus. I'll do like a big celebration with that. I'll do the nominees within that stream, and I'm going to do some giveaways as well in that stream. So guys, if you go click the link in my description, check out that video and throw me a vote down there. We get to the end of the month. Let me see who else is here, because now I'm losing the chat here. Magnetic T says, killing Mr. Griffin is like teaching Miss Tingle or whatever. Yeah, teaching Miss Tingle with Katie Holmes. Okay, cool. Adams 80 says, you watch Sleepaway Slasher. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Lepke, I'm only 30 away. It's going to go quick. They're moving quick now, which I'm very, very thankful for. Again, to me, this is for fun, guys. I've met so many cool people here. I'm doing streams and collabs with people that I was watching for years and years and years. So I mean, I'm very fortunate enough. And you guys are buying shirts. Like, who would have thought, right? Like, I just started this thing, and I don't know. I have like a weird, when it comes to me, and I don't know if this has to do with my love for wrestling. Like, I've been into wrestling my whole life. I was in the indies for about a year and a half. Everything in my brain like works a certain way. I have to be like this way for work. When I'm in on something, I'm all in. So like, for instance, for me with this like YouTuber of the month, like, again, it's if Mel wins, great. It's great. I'm happy for her. It's not a big deal, but I always want to be all in on everything. So it's like, you'll start seeing some posters and whatnot. So guys, like I'm just all in. Same thing with the 1,000 subs. Like, you know, it's a goal, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna grind and get all in. Like, it's not necessary for me, but it's just kind of the fun of all this is just giving myself these little goals, and you know, it keeps me accountable, guys. Because if I didn't do stuff like that and and keep creative and try to make things look a certain way or be a certain way, then I would get bored and I would go and do stuff for work, because that's when I can be creative and challenge myself and stuff. So when you see all this stuff that I do, it's all for fun. It's to just create a brand. And, you know, maybe it was just a coincidence that the logo worked out the way it did and you guys really like it. And to have shirts, I mean, it's great, guys. It's been so much fun. And this is so fun for me. And I needed this in my life because, again, it was family and work. And I needed more uh, of this. So thank you guys again. I'm sorry I'm rambling here, but let me see. Magnetic T, your videos are top tier, man. I appreciate that. Again, going back to what I said, like I'm very much like on myself about, you know, things need to look and sound and be a certain way. And I think that was my biggest struggle. I know a lot of people talk and they say, hey, the hardest thing for me was getting on camera and talking. That was easy for me. Like I find this easy. What I struggled with at first was I was never happy with how far I was away from the camera, the background, the lighting, the microphone, the light, my camera. Like those are all the things that when I go back and watch my videos, I cringe because I'm very aesthetically like I want things a certain way, and you know that I'm like that with everything. So hopefully that's why I'm happy when you guys say they're top tier. They look professional because that's really what I wanted this to be. Ben Grimm, howdy! I hope you're still in here. Sorry it took me so long to get to you. You got my vote, Mel. Thank you again. You got mine as well. Slasher, where is he? I'm hitting the wrong button here. What's up, Garrett in chat? Slasher Home Video. What is up, man? Check him out too. He's a new channel as well. Whoa! Doing anything for Friday the 13th? What? What's the date today? No. So in May, Friday 13th in May, right? I'll definitely be doing some Friday 13th. I think I'll probably do some with Dead Pit. We'll probably do a Friday 13th episode or something. So yeah, definitely. John Cressup, yo Garrett, I saw the Savage Street soundtrack a month ago, but didn't pick it up. It's awesome, man. It's great. I have it on vinyl. It's a fantastic soundtrack. Movie's good. Love that movie. Again, it's tough to say there's like movies I love, right? Like I have a tough time saying I love Savage Streets. I had a tough time saying I love Death Game, right? I love that. I love Knock Knock. I'm saying all this stuff, right? And then I look back on it and I'm like, I love it as a whole. Like there's things in it that I shouldn't be like, oh, I love that. Like I just love it as a whole. You know, there's some scenes in Savage Streets that are hard to watch, but as a whole, I love it. I'm a big Linda Blair guy. Love Linda Blair. So yeah, I would definitely try to find the soundtrack. It's really cool. Lepke Visions. Yeah, it kind of was. I like it. I like it. I've had people reach out to me saying they liked it. People reach out to me and said, "Hey, man, like, how did you do that? How'd you figure that out? How'd that come to you? You know, I want to make a logo. What do you think?" And again, I think it goes back to wrestling. Like, I'm very creative with certain things, and we try to do that with Dead Pit on our store. Like, if you check out shop.deadpit.com for our shirts, like we try to be original with a lot of our content, stuff that people, if you don't know, you don't know kind of thing. And to some people that know, they're like, oh my God, I'd love to have this. And that's kind of like what I always found in like wrestling. Like I'll take a perfect example, like the way I do things and what I talk to them about and be like, hey, we should do things this way is if you guys follow Matt Cardone, aka Zack Ryder, has a podcast. He's really come into his own and he's always been really good at self-marketing, self-promotion and stuff like that and creating brands and stuff. And he's got a podcast talking about wrestling figures. And to the normal person, they'd be like, what the heck? But man, this guy just knows how to build a brand. And I'm really just, he really inspires me in the way I think. And, every little thing can become something, right? We say something funny on a stream and all of a sudden it's like, dude, that could be a shirt. Let's create a logo. That could be a shirt. I could easily just, throw up horror stuff and just copy a cover of a DVD and put it on a shirt. But we try to be very creative with our stuff. And, I could probably do a lot more. I have a lot more ideas with the Born to Be Rad logo, like maybe even not the logo, but the word and putting in different logos. But Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I'm always thinking about stuff like that. Um, JS, I got a stack in from. Sorry about that. I just bought stuff the other day from the Kino sale. I was late to the party on it, but yeah, the Kino's great, man. I love it. I've got a ton of their stuff. Miracle Beach is awesome, so I'm glad you grabbed that. I ended up grabbing. I've got some Stallone stuff in the works I'm doing right now for mid-level media. So I grabbed a movie called Oscar, which I've actually never seen. So the Stallone movie. I'm going to be doing a Michael J. Fox episode in May with, I guess I can announce it, with Christian Hanna. We're going to do a Michael J. Fox retrospective, career retrospective. And so I grabbed For the Love of Money, which I didn't own on Blu-ray. But now that I think about it, I think I do have it on DVD, so maybe I shouldn't have double dipped on it. But yeah, I grabbed some stuff from the Kino sale. Not enough. After I was done, I was like, shoot, I forgot about Man on the Moon. You know, I got to go back unless it's over, but I'll get it eventually. Let me see. Didn't know you wrestled. How much? The bump sucked at first, especially. I mean, the wind would be knocked out of you every single time, but yeah, you get used to it. Hall and Oates, Matt Ryder. What's up? What up, Dad? When I first came across the chin, it reminded me of Zack Ryder, which is cool, dude. Hey, I appreciate it. I don't know if it's the headband, but yeah, man, I'm a big fan of his. Always have been. He's just anybody that can build themselves into something that it wasn't meant to be. I have huge respect for, especially in the wrestling business, because you know how it is. A lot of these companies, especially WWE, they know what they want. They know who they want. And for guys to get themselves over naturally, they've always got my respect. And he's always been able to do that. And he's still doing that now. And it's just really impressive to watch how, you know, he was fired from his dream job and has been able to just make it work. I mean, he's literally like one of the hottest things in wrestling right now. And he's doing it all on his own. Let me see. Here we go. Chucky TV series. Here's the thing. I have not watched it yet. I watched the first episode. That's it. I want to watch it. I'm interested in the first season, but my brain works this way. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold off. Let this thing run its course. Hopefully, they put out a box set once the series is over, and I'll get that. The last thing I want to do is what I always do: is I jump the gun, and then I end up like rebuying stuff later because I'm like, oh well, a box set would be cooler because they're all together. It'll save space. So I'm gonna wait, and if it never happens after, you know, the whole series is over, I'll go back and pick them up one by one. JS, Secret of My Success is one of my Fox movies of all time. Love it. Love that. Obviously, Back to the Future, Teen Wolf. Speaking of that, Teen Wolf. Rad recommendation, episode 13 is going to be Teen Wolf. So that will be coming in the next few weeks. I think I'm going to probably make it for like the first week of May. But yeah, that's the next episode, Teen Wolf. And Back to the Future, of course, I love that from Michael J. Fox. Another good one from Michael J. Fox that not many people talk about is Casualties of War with Sean Penn. Great movie. Lepke says, Christian Hanna, yes, that's what's happening in May. Arrow Easter sale. Yes, I just heard about that today. I zoomed on there really quick. There's a couple things I want to grab. I'm going to probably definitely, I didn't even see if it's on sale. It might not even be, but I need Mark of the Devil on Blu-ray. I have the Anchor Bay DVD or whatever, but I would like that on Blu-ray, and I have been waiting for a good price on it. So if that's on sale, I'll probably grab that. I'm not sure what else really. Maybe the Mallrats Limited. I think that's still available. I don't have that as well. I wouldn't mind upgrading that one. Adam's 80s fan. Yeah, Danhausen. I know him, but honestly, like, I don't watch a lot of current. Like, I know AEW is everybody's jam, and I've seen it a little bit, but I don't really follow it too much. Like, I watch WrestleMania, but man, I've fallen out of wrestling like the last couple of years. I think when quarantine happened and they were doing like the no crowd thing, I really just got sour on everything, and I just was really bored. And I haven't. And starting the YouTube channel, like, one of the main nights I can do is Wednesdays, just due to my schedule. So like that's the AEW. I'm usually competing with AEW on Wednesday nights whenever I do shows and with Dead Pit, or we do them on Wednesdays. It's usually because of me. That's like the only day I can do during the week. So I haven't really watched a lot of AEW, and I know Danhausen's there now. Here we go. Joe Cool, what is up? If you could own any authentic prop from any movie, what would it be? If you could own any authentic prop from any horror, oh man, I love props. I'm gonna say horror film. Off the top of my head, I would own, and I mean, the actual. I would probably say Alex Winter's jacket from Lost Boys. I'd probably say would be something I'd really want to own. I did a Lost Boys stream with Vincent. You guys might know from Ring of Honor, aka I think now Impact. I think that's where he is. We did a stream months ago going all over Lost Boys. He's a big Lost Boys horror collector as well. I've known him for a long time, and we both love Lost Boys. We did like a full Lost Boys stream showing our collection, and he made all the replica jackets from the Lost Boys, and it was one of those things that I was begging him forever to make me one, and it just never happened because to do the Alex Winter jacket, you need specific patches and what are they called? Like, there's a name for them too. Like those big patches, basically. Like you need specific ones, and to track them all down is so hard. We started for me many years ago, but we had just so hard to find them. But I would love that actual jacket. But if you haven't looked at that video that him and I did, go back in my archives and find it. And then any authentic prop from another movie, of any movie. I don't know, man. I'm thinking of like one of my favorite movies, Karate Kid, Back to the Future. I mean, I got a lot of Back to the Future stuff. It's not the actual stuff, but it's a lot. Like I've got the futuristic sneakers from Nike. Those are a pretty big deal. I've got the hoverboard. I got the skateboard, the replica skateboard that was put out by the company who did it for the movie. It was Valterra or Madrid, I think. And they did like a limited of like 200 boards like a couple of years ago, and I made sure to grab one. I don't know, Joe Cool. That's a good question. I'll have to think about that and try to jump on it. But definitely like the Lost Boys jacket is one that I would want big time. Let me see. Joe Reese. Did I like the movie Phantoms? I did. I think we talked about that in our Scream retrospective, and I kind of get it mixed up with a lot of those like skulls and phantoms to me. Like I get confused with which one is which, but I think I did. I think I like this. What do I think of Cody Rhodes, the whole return situation? It depends. If WWE does him right and it works, I love it. If it just fails, then I think it was a big waste. WWE needs more big name stars right now. They need more superstars. Even Cody, like, I mean, I've watched a couple, like I watched Mania. I tried watching Raw the last 2 weeks to see Cody specifically, but whenever I turn it on, he's already been out. So like I've missed it. Like by the time I get home, he's always like opening the show. So it looks like they've got like he's really getting a push, which is great. I'm just afraid he's not going to get over as much as they thought he would, and they're going to just make him like a high-end mid-carder for the rest of his life. And that's kind of what I'm concerned with, because he was a made man. I mean, he was a made man in AEW. He could have lived there and been a top guy forever. But at the same time, I understand, because Cody Rhodes is probably looking at it like, Jesus, AEW, like how many guys are you going to sign? And I agree with him. AEW is signing way too much talent. Like something's going to break at some point. They can't all be main eventers, right? So Cody was probably looking at the writing on the wall and saying, well, how am I going to be a top guy when you've got all these top guys coming in? So I get it. And they were all younger, and he probably felt like, what the heck, And man, if they can do something with Cody in WWE and make him a big star and keep him a big star, then I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that this is going on. But I have a hard time thinking this is going to work. Roman just seems so much higher on the food chain than everybody else that it's hard for me to see Cody beating him for that title. And that's where it's going to get interesting. But I'm hoping for the best because I'm not a WWE hater at all. I know a lot of people are all over them, but I've always been a WWE fan, a loyalist, and I'll stay that way. Do they do dumb stuff? Sure, they definitely do. But I'm hoping that maybe Cody's a rebuilding process for them. They need that. They need a rebuild. Maybe they're giving ideas from him that he did with AEW at the beginning, and maybe they're going to follow suit. Like that's what I want. I want more competition with Cody being there for the brands. I don't have Class Reunion. I need to get that. I need to get that. The one I don't have is that movie. I think it's called Class. I believe it's an '80s teen comedy. I don't think I own that. I know it's out on Blu-ray, but I don't know who has it. If it's Kino, I got to get it. I did not buy Secret of My Success on the Kino sale. I have it though. I already have it by Kino. What up, mid-level? Hey man, I was just talking about you. They were asking what I've been up to, and said I've been watching some Stallone movies. So look at, I got a whole stack over here. Been doing some work. What do I got? I got Nighthawks, Over the Top, Demolition Man, Cobra, Judge Dredd, Lockup, Rambo 2, Expendables 2, Expendable, Stop My Mom Will Shoot, and what's over here? Cliffhanger and Tango and Cash. So I got a whole stack of some Stallone stuff over there I'm trying to watch for Mr. Mid-Level through the month. And I just ordered Oscar because I didn't have that one. And I think there's another one I need to. Trying to think, but yeah. So I've been doing a lot of Stallone stuff right now. Hall & Oates, I got back into wrestling the Rumble. I fell out because exactly. I had a tough time with it. We got Hangman's got a big one. I haven't read it, but let's see what he says. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty new to your vids and streams. Been binging your streams with Casey and UB. You guys have an awesome chemistry. So good. Oh, sweet, man. Thanks. We're gonna Waxwork 2 should be coming soon. We've got a lot of stuff planned. It's just finding the time. But yeah, it's on the table. Waxwork 2 is coming. I will say this. I thought I was going to be in a collector mentality that I have. I thought that I was going to go nuts and start buying all the Waxwork stuff after that first stream. And I went on the site and I was putting things in my cart and I was going. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to be a couple $100. And I put everything away and I have not bought a single Waxwork LP since that stream, which I'm shocked because my ultimate goal was to start selling off some of my Waxwork. I love it, but I just don't need another thing to collect. And I just feel like it's just going to be bad for business if I continue to go that route, especially because, like I said, a lot of my Waxwork is still sealed because my setup here with my record player is not the greatest. So I don't utilize it. So I was buying them just basically to have them, just to have them really. And I wasn't even listening to them. So, but yeah, I'm really interested in the year 2 because I do have a lot of that stuff still. But yeah, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in and checking this stuff out. Mid-level got a new haircut? He did? All right, we got to check it. Dawn of the Dude, I'm pretty behind in the chat. The Lost Boy video was great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Boom. Oh, you're right. Look at this. Holly knows me better than I know myself. I want Haim's jacket. That's what I want. I do want Alex Winter's jacket, but I even say that on the stream with Vin. I said, that coat that Corey Haim has when he's walking into the comic book store, it's like that long coat with the shoulder pads. It almost looks like a bathrobe, but it's like a coat. I've been looking for something like that probably for 20 years. Ever since I even knew how to use eBay, I've been looking for that. I didn't know what to call it. I might call it a duster, men's bathrobe jacket. I have no idea what that thing's called. And I bought stuff through the years, like a similar style, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I would love to find that. If anybody knows anything about it or something similar, let me know. We got a Fat Opossum. Hey, Rad, what's up? All right, we got again for something that's like not really promoted. We got a lot of people in here. So really quick, if you guys haven't, if you're popping in, I have a link to a video in the description box. Go to that video. and I want you to go to the comments and say Garrett from Born to Be Rad is my vote, and I'm nominated for April's. It's like new horror YouTuber for the month of April. So pop my name down there, and that's how you cast your vote. And I think all the votes will be tallied at the end of the month, and we'll have a winner. So, like I said, if the stars align by the end of April, I'll hit 1,000 subs, and I'll be YouTuber of the month. So let's make that happen. So if you're not subbed, sub down there. That's number one. And number two, go throw a vote up in that video in the description. Okay. Let me see who else is here. I want to take a house tour at Sean Clark's. Oh, I do too, for sure. Where is he though? He's in Cali, no? Where does he live? He doesn't live in Jersey. If he does, let's go. You know what I do want to do though, Holly, is I've never been to the Friday the 13th. What is it called there? The little town and stuff over there. I never been down there. Is that in Jersey? We should all do that at some point. Hangman, I love your review of Death Game. I was so bummed to miss out on the release of the Underground House. Yes, I was just gonna say, guys, if you saw my Death Game video, I was saying, it was sold out and da 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 da, and not to buy it for big money. It's great. I mean, I like it a lot, but I wasn't going to say to pay $200 for it. But Grindhouse released another batch yesterday. It doesn't come with a keychain or anything like that. And to be honest, I'll probably sell that keychain off. So if anybody is like a huge collector and needs that keychain because they missed it, let me know and we can work something out because I'm willing to sell that. But yeah, guys, Grindhouse just put out another stack of these. I don't know how many they're going to be, how long it's going to be. So go grab it. And you can only get it, I think, on their site. So Grindhouse releasing. And I think Death Game went up again yesterday. Possum. I have not watched it. Them. No, I remember the movie that came out from like another country. Them. Oh, that's right. Affleck was in Phenomenal Phantoms. You're right. Dude, mid-level. Yes, that was my favorite Cody. That was my favorite Cody, and I think again, what he is now is he comes off as a superstar. Regardless, I hate the neck tattoo. I wish he never did it. I think that prohibits him from a lot more. I know it's stupid to say, but it just doesn't make sense for him. For other people, it makes sense. Like Roman looks great. Cody, doesn't work in my opinion. I wonder if he regrets it. But in my opinion, I also think that Cody's bag gimmick was the absolute best. And he had like that Phantom of the Opera mask. And he played so well in such a weird character. And I think if they let that ride, it would have been something. And I always thought that. It was very unique. And I felt like he was running with it well. He looked great. He was in great shape. The Phantom mask thing worked good. And it was kind of sad to see it go. It kind of reminded me a little bit like American Psycho or something. I loved that gimmick. I agree, and I don't know if you're kidding, but I honestly really did like it. Let me see. Give it time, WWE will misuse him. Yeah, I mean that's my fear, right? Because the track record says that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. The track record says. But I also think that people are saying he's going to go back to Stardust. I hope not. I think if he goes back to Stardust, it's going to be something he wants to do, in my opinion, because, man, like I said before, Cody Rhodes was a made man. He owned some of AEW. He had a big wig position. He was a lifer there. He had a reality show. I mean, what more could he have wanted, right? I know he wanted more money. I mean, he must have been getting pretty damn good money. So for a guy like him who was helping run a company, he doesn't just come back to WWE and sign a contract for just big money and not really care about what's going to happen to his character. He's not dumb. So I'm pretty sure that there was some guarantees in his contract that he's not just going to be like Stardust in 3 months unless he wants it. I just don't see him signing away a contract at this point, knowing WWE's track record and what they did with him before and what they've done with his other family and other people in the federation. Like, he's not stupid. So, in my opinion, I don't think he would have signed on the dotted line if it looked sketchy like that. Um, yeah, mid level, both great. I don't want to tell you, my orders of my rankings on any Stallone films, but I'll tell you that one of those in there is right up there for me. Both great. If you have not seen them, I'm glad you're grabbing them. Stack up your gold. Yeah, it's good. I mean, Stallone, I like Stallone. To me, I'm way more of an Arnold guy. And the more I'm watching the Stallone stuff, I'm realizing how much more of an Arnold guy I am. I like it. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But for some reason, there was some charm about Arnold's movies that I always found a little bit better. But yeah, I'm definitely, Ken does such a great job with these months that like it's so good of an idea, and he rallies people up with it. And the worst part about it is like I would have had no intention to buy like Oscar and all these other Stallone movies that I was missing from my collection unless, he didn't do this. So, I guess thanks maybe for feeding my addiction to this kind of stuff. So like that's the crazy part, right? Like why am I buying all these Stallone films to complete my Stallone collection? If it wasn't for this dude, I wouldn't be doing it. So he does a great job with that because he really does get that itch going, like I said before. Um, yeah, Cliffhanger over the top are awesome. When's the next Scream Factory? I know, guys. Like the thing is, we've got so many things. We have another video that's like we were supposed to do already, and then something came up. We have Final Four, which is another stream that we're going to be doing. We've got a bunch of different things. We've got some retrospectives. I know you guys like history ofs. We've got a couple of those. We've got a big ranking video that we're going to be doing. It's just now we're just setting dates for all this. So it's coming. Scream Factory will probably be June, I'm thinking, because we usually try to keep them about 3 months apart. And I think we just did the last one maybe in February. Let me see. Slasher Freak. Oh, shizzle. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Brian Goes Blue. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's up, Brian? How are you, man? Jeff Overing. What is my favorite horror movie of the 80s? I would have to say it's very neck and neck. It's neck and neck with Fright Night and Lost Boys. I'm gonna say Lost Boys is my favorite. It's just everything about it is what is 80s to me. Everything about it is I just love it, man. I love things that take place on boardwalks and carnivals. They had the look. I love the look. The music was great. Characters are great. Love it. But at the same time, I have so much nostalgia for Fright Night that it's hard to say I like one better than the other. Fright Night to me is very much almost a perfect horror comedy type movie from the 80s. Same thing, the music, the characters, the wardrobe, it's all great. I guess I would have to probably say Lost Boys. If I had a gun to my head, I would. And speaking of Fright Night, guys, I will be a guest soon on Ken over at Sledgehammer Horror. I'll be a guest on his show later in the month, so keep your eyes out for that as well. I'll be posting all the stuff, upcoming stuff. Joe Cool's got a big one. I haven't read it. Let's see what it says. If you could have been an extra in Day of the Dead, or Dawn of the Dead, an extra in an extra at the beach in Jaws, or an extra in the crowd of Tim Quayle. Oh, geez, man. This is tough. It's Capello sax. I'll be rocking. You know which one I like? I like when the it's funny because Stars dance to Capello like didn't really make sense. Like it's like very slow. Like it didn't really go with the music playing. But what I liked about that too is like the two friends that like had their hands on each other's shoulders and they're like, that was the best. I love that. Yes, let's go. It's in New Jersey. Oh, the Friday the 13th. Okay. I mean, let's try to see if we can try to find a time for that. Maybe Sunday. Maybe see. I don't know how far it is from where we're going to be, but maybe we can do something Sunday because I'll be with Freddie as well, trucking him back to New York. So maybe we can do something with that. Yes, yes. Who we got here? Cinesteph. Hey, Rad, hope you're doing well. What's the one movie or non-movie moment you miss from your childhood? Whew. Oh man, I miss a lot from my childhood. I had a great childhood. It's something I think about every day. I grew up in a small town, lived in the suburbs, had a great neighborhood of kids, probably like 12 of us, all around within 3 years apart from each other. Spent every day together, basically. You always knew where someone was, where you'd go outside, and whose ever house had all the bikes, you you knew that's where everybody was. Playing sports in the street, sports in backyard, video games, action figures, trading baseball cards, manhunt. I mean, going to people's houses. I can remember going to people's houses and watching Friday the 13th when we were in like middle school. Like it was like a marathon on like a Saturday. It must have been in October. Um, Eating lunches at people's houses. Everybody had different foods. You knew where based on the kind of food you wanted, you knew where to go. Like it was just so much of that. It was great. It was good stuff. So yeah, I miss all that. I miss all that. I always feel it's so funny because when you look back in time, and I'm not sure if you guys think the same way, but to me, the first 20 years of my life felt like an eternity. And the second half feels like it just flew by. And now having a little son who's now 3, it's going by even faster. And I think the last 2 years didn't help because like he just went from baby to boy like really quick. And I'm trying my best to make sure I'm around. My dad was around, so I can't say it was because of that, but I'm a workaholic in some senses, so I want to make sure that I'm going to be around for him, and I'm doing my best to balance everything out. So yeah, I guess I really didn't answer the question here, but uh, I'm gonna have to say just things in the neighborhood with the other kids. Like I haven't seen a lot of those kids in probably like 15 years, but for whatever reason, they still feel like if I saw them tomorrow, it's like we were family. And when you really look at that period of time that we were hanging out together, I mean, it wasn't even 20 years. Like it was probably less than that. And but it felt like you were around them forever. So good question. I wish I gave a better answer, but nostalgia is really big for me. So yeah, so let me know if you guys have any cool memories like that growing up. I'm sure everybody has very different upbringings. Uh, if you guys saw, I did a stream with Mel. We talked about the Burbs, and we talked about our upbringings, and hers was very different than mine. So it's very cool to also hear other people's um, upbringings and experiences and memories because when people talk about it, maybe it just happened me talking about it now. I feel like it opens up a lot of doors in your brain that you're like, oh my God, I thought I forgot about that, or I remember that too. And that's another reason why I like doing some of these different streams with Q&As and also talking about, movies from my childhood or video games or things, because I think bringing up stuff like that opens up people's minds to things they thought they forgot. Um, Garrett, do you have a Scream Factory slip? You know what? I never bought 10 to Midnight from Scream Factory because I had 10 to Midnight on Twilight Time Blu-ray, and I had just bought it not too long before. So I was like, I'm going to pass on 10 to Midnight. Even though I love 10 to Midnight, it's my favorite Bronson movie. I do not own it from Scream Factory. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 re-release news. Not that I know of. Um, not that I know of. Bug-eyed Betty. What's up? Um, John Crescent with some Jaws info. Jaws extra scene on the docks has the rumor about that extra who turned out to be a Jane Doe. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually have a guy that's he's like the world's biggest Jaws collector, and I was training him at my old gym, and he came out with a Jaws book, and it's really cool. I should showcase it. And he signed it for me, and I think he's on Instagram as Jaws Collector, I believe. But he knows everything Jaws. But he never told me that story. Maybe it's in the book. I don't know. Um, let's see. Let's see. Joe Cool. Oh, thanks for the info. Checking out stream. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the new comments here. Okay, well, I'm really behind now. Still, okay, Raw Deal needs a Blu-ray so bad. I wonder what's going on with that Raw Deal. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have Raw Deal. I don't know if I have that at all. I don't even know if I have it on DVD. Maybe. Good call on that. Cliffhanger is underrated. Yeah, Stolen's best. Yeah, you know what? I saw that in theaters as well. I think it was in '93. To me, it was like that and like Last Action Hero were almost like head to head. And Cliffhanger was a big deal. Like it was video games and toys and stuff like that. I like that movie. Okay, here's this fun Cine stuff. If you like Stallone, I See You is a great pickup. You know what? I don't have that, and I have it in my Amazon cart right now. And I know it was one of his later movies, I think. And I was like, is this going to be good? Is it worth a pickup? So, just on your recommendation, I will snag it. Oh, thanks, Hangman. I always forget to talk about that. All these people watching, only 18 likes. Let's go. Yes, smash the likes. When you're done with that, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And when you're done with that, go in the description. There's a link to a video. Click it, and in the comments, write Garrett at Born to Be Rad. Okay, those three things. If you guys are just sitting here watching me, you can do it while I'm chatting and I'm going through these comments. Thank you, Hangman. I appreciate that. Great pick. I watched Lost by so much as a kid. Twisted Trucker, what is up? Thank you for joining, man. Fright Night is absolutely perfect. Hangman, I agree. It is. It's hard to. It's weird to say because like there's some comedic elements, but I think that's what makes it work. I mean, when you look at just the effects and the storyline, and it's just to me, it's always worked really well, and you can't. It's very hard to duplicate that magic. For your collection, do you have any movies boxed up, or are they all on shelves? Both. So space. Now it's funny because again, when I told everybody when I hit 1,000 subs, my plan is going to be a big movie room tour. It's the one video that's been asked since the day I started this channel is people want to see what this room looks like. And I said, when I hit 1,000 subs, it's coming. It's going to be a pretty epic video. I want to just make it cool. And I'm going to finally do a tour of this room. Now, I have a specific style to what I like. So you'll see that in the video. I do have a lot of space, but I have a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm in an issue because I'm very close to 1,000 subs. So again, please make sure you smash the the sub button. I've got about 30 to go, I think, and I will do that video. But my house is under renovation still. It was a 6-week project that's turned into almost 5 months, and it's been crappy. I've been living in like 2 houses. I have no kitchen, no appliances, no fridge, and there's boxes everywhere. So like this room right here, besides what you see behind me, is a disaster. And so with the question is, I have a lot of space, and I just recently had to start toting up DVDs. Just DVDs that I have multiples of. So for instance, like um, I don't know. Let me take in looking right here. Cobra. Okay, I have Cobra on Blu-ray. Did I need to have Cobra on a DVD shelf? No, because it's taking up room. So because I'm collecting more now, because the physical media game is just insane. People are putting out stuff every single week. Companies like are doing like 4 movies a month. It's nuts. I mean, I have a pile of stuff over here. If you guys watched our last Hallomania, like because I'm not living at home, I have I don't know, 60 Blu-rays over there that aren't even opened yet. And that sucks because now it's just becoming backlogged. So I've had to recently tote up some DVDs to make room for Blu-rays because you'll be shocked when you see how much space I do have and that it's just full. And I do have some space I could probably put shelves, but I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to just have everything shelves because I'm very much a very I don't like things to look cluttered. I like things to look slick, and you'll see that in my video. It's like I'm not the type of collector that's just got like things everywhere and piled on each other. I do what I can to try to make it stylish and just I don't know. Good word is it's organized, right? So instead of me just having shelves, 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 I can't move. I got shelves and all this stuff. I'm trying to be smarter with the way I'm doing things. And there's really no need for me to have like three versions of Tourist Trap sitting on a shelf. You know what I mean? Like at that point, it's not. So I told him away because I told you before, I sold all my not all, I'm going to say 90% of my VHS collection, especially horror, for nothing during a time that I needed shelf space for DVDs. I was still living at home at the time, and obviously I didn't have a lot of space at that point. I was buying everything I had on DVD on VHS. I bought it all on DVD, so I had doubles. VHSs were going for nothing, so I sold like 200 tapes for like $80. And I mean, I would give anything to get those back now. Um, and I'm thinking the same thing with DVDs. Like, you can't get anything for them now. But who's to say in 10 years, if I don't hold on to these, there's for some magical reason everybody's going on a DVD kick. That's when maybe I'll appreciate not selling them away. Wet Movie One, what's up, my brother? What's up, dude? We got over here. Oh my God. Raiden Nation Cali. Don't recognize you from the stream, so welcome if it's your first one. Thanks for popping in. Without giving spoilers, you enjoy it. X. Loved X. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Probably my favorite modern horror movie that I've seen probably since, in my opinion, probably since maybe Midsummer, I'm going to say. You know what I just got today? I just got a poster for that new A24 one that I really want to see. It's called like Everything Everywhere or something. It looks whacked. It was actually a trailer at the beginning of the X movie. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you've seen it, tell me. I've heard great things about it, and I got a bunch of posters for it today. Just in case this thing, it takes off and becomes a huge hit, I wanted to make sure I was ready. Let me see. Wet Movie. Jim, did you hear about the Joe Pesci? I did, but I'm not paying that money for Joe Pesci. Sorry. Yeah, 400, that's a little too much for me when it comes to that. I don't know who I'd pay 400 for, to be honest. I don't think I'd even pay 400 for Stallone. 400? Nah. I think if I had to tell you like who's the biggest person I'd want, probably Arnold would probably be the one I would spend the most on, and I don't even know if I'd spend for. Boom. What's up, Brad? Are we getting a tough turf? Oh man, I hope so. Don Morton, what's up? I hope so. I love my Blu-ray, so I'm fine with that. But I hope we get it. We get a 4K. I'll be all over that. Did you know a movie? Actually, it's Rules of Attraction, and yes, it's very weird how that is because it's like not a horror movie. It's kind of like a drama or something. I have that on DVD. Yeah, it's like Patrick Bateman's brother. It's a very strange. It's a very strange like connection on that one. Let me see. Have you seen Stallone's recut of Rocky? I did. I didn't like it as much. It was fun, but I didn't. There was some of it I didn't like. I actually really felt bad for Brigitte Nielsen. Her role was cut down to nothing. It's almost like she didn't exist, and I kind of felt bad because I wasn't sure if that was like a personal dig at her, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I thought she was such a great character, and she should have been showcased a lot more. And to just kind of really take her completely out of it, to me, it just felt a little too personal, and I didn't really like that. If they come out with a 4K box set and that's in there as like an additional cut, like, okay, cool, I'm down. But I'd choose the original one. Jerry, what's up? Again, guys, you like these. I was hoping I'll only be on here a half hour, but we've had, quite a few people in here for just a random thing. Jamie Hart, what's up, kid? How are you? Oh my God. Wow. I can only imagine how you feel, kid. This has been awful. So I can only imagine how it is. And the thing was, it was going so according to plan. And we had like our kitchen redone. So we had to get all new cabinets and they came broken. It's just how things are now. It's awful. So we had to file a claim, and then it was like an 8-week turnover for us to get new ones, and they couldn't start on a lot of other things because the cabinets needed to be up. So it just basically put everything on like a standstill for like 8 weeks. It was just awful. So yeah, I can only imagine how I'm like getting stir crazy over here. A lot of it's just because I'm out of a routine. I'm very routine. So the fact that for the last couple months I've had like no real routine, it's really just been annoying. So I can only imagine how it feels to be in your situation. Cinesteph says eyes of views like I'm buying it today, no questions. Jesus. Oh no, movies and totes. I'm calling movie perfection. Yeah, it's not good. I plastic totes and I have them shelved on like a big metal shelf in another room. So they're not like in my attic or anywhere they're gonna get wrecked. They're just stored very well. Let's see. Born to be rad. If you could go back in time and correct a mistake on the set or editing room of any horror film, what would it be? Whew. You guys are getting hard hitting questions here. You make me think. Hmm. Oh man, I don't know if I can come up with something off the top of my head. I'm sure that I probably have plenty of things to say. Um, a mistake on the set or in the editing room, something I didn't like. Hmm. I don't know, but I think what I just said about Rocky, I know it's not horror, but I would definitely have wanted that changed. I don't know. I don't know. Jamie Hart's guilty of having movies and totes. Yeah, Robert Long, James Vanderbeek. Yeah, JS. I hear you, but it's hard. I hate throwing things away or I hate getting rid of things. You know, it's tough, man. But I have to because I have the choice. It's either I slim it down somehow. Maybe I keep them in totes, like the ones I have doubles of. Maybe I sell some stuff off, or I just keep building shelves and stuff like that. And I don't want to do that because I just feel like I don't want a room to just be movies and nothing else. I like certain other things that I have in there, and I'd rather not turn a wall into it. Even though when you guys see this, and I think I'm going to probably do this movie room in 2 parts. There is a wall that's just. I look at it, I'm kind of like, is this necessary? It's almost like just dead space being taken up by some stuff, but it just changes the room up. And I might do a video in there someday, like as my backdrop. Uh, Old Curly Jaws, yo, what's up, man? Hey, go vote for me in that video, will you, dude? Old Curly Jaws and Duncan. Link in description. Go in my description, hit the link. It's gonna take you to a video. I'm nominated for new horror YouTuber of the month of April. Go to the comments and write my name. Okay, so anybody who hasn't done that yet, go do it. Click the link in the description. It's gonna send you to a video. Go in the comments, say your vote is for Born to Be Rad, and let me know you did it. Give this a like, this stream. It was random, but I have a lot of people in here and I appreciate everybody. And like I said, if the stars align, I will be April's YouTuber of the month and I will hit 1,000 subs. And we'll have a big party and we'll have a big stream with a bunch of special guests and it'll be fun. And I'll do some giveaways too. I have some giveaways for the 1,000 sub stream, which should be coming very, very soon. So yeah, do that for me, old Curly Jaws, will you? Don't you start over there, Curly Jaws. What's my thoughts on the Fright Night remake? He loved it better than the original. Don't get me started on that. It's absolutely not better than the original. Not even close. Not even close. Oh yeah, this is it. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I heard it's not bad. It looks whacked. It looks wild. I keep hearing great things about it. I'm interested in it. It's hard for me to get to the movies right now, but I would love to try to see that. One day they make it. I would love a sequel to Midsummer. I love that movie. Let me see. TJ Frizzy. When all the servers go down, like it's here for LA, what are people going to do with the physical media? Oh yeah, and you know what? It's possible, man. And I think right now with physical media, is in one end of the spectrum, the stores are like slimming down, and you look at it and you're like, oh my god, it's the end. But being in this game of physical media for so long, and seeing what these boutique labels are doing. It's like and seeing people going nuts for some of these titles and how much they're worth and slipcovers and all this stuff. It's like this is like one of the hottest times for physical media as I've ever seen. So that's what's really weird. It's like in one end, it's like it's dying, but if you're in the mix, you're like, hell no, this is like really, really the height of it that it's been in a real long time. I don't remember people getting this excited over stuff since like Anchor Bay days when they put out like those special edition tins and all that other stuff. It's wild right now. And what's happening in the world too is that everything's offending people. So everything is being cut, right? So, oh, we don't like this. Let's cut it. Oh, let's cut this. And in time, like, I don't want to have a movie where I'm watching what they want me to see. I want to watch a movie and how it was intended to be. And you know what? Like, I'm confident enough with myself and what I think. Like, I don't take those things so serious. And I think that's where physical media is going to really kick in is if they start doing that too much to the movies that we love, people are going to want to try to find those original cuts and watch it the way they remember. And I think that's where physical media is going to really start to uptick because you can see it already happening now. And especially with Disney gobbling all this stuff up, it's going to be happening a lot. Oh yeah, that's right, Robert Long. I didn't like that either. I didn't like that they cut the robot out as well. Jeff Overing. Yeah, the kitchen situation is tough, man, because it's like that's where you eat and prep and all that other stuff. We saw. Oh man, yeah. I can imagine. We had a hiccup here, actually this week. That was unexpected, and yeah, it's not good when those things happen. Old curly jaws, yes, that is something I will do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I know Sean Clark does a real good job with his. He'll basically like have a book, and then he'll be on a table, and then he'll talk about it, and then he'll take a camera and show. So I wouldn't be able to do a live stream, but I would probably be able to edit something. I'd definitely not be able to do a full poster collection. I love poster collection videos. I think I tell Deadpit all the time. Well, that's one of my favorite videos that they'd ever did back in the day. Was their poster collection video. I loved it, and I would love to do a poster video collection. I would just have to break it up. But once I do the movie room tour, you guys will see quite a bit because I probably have. I think I have 25 25 posters hanging up in this room right now. So you at least get to see that. And then the rest I have are just packed away and stuff like that, and binders and all this other junk. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, Robert Long Meatballs 3 does need one. Yeah, dude. What's up, Justin? Yes, I did hear about that yesterday. That's really intriguing. I'm really excited about that. I think it's really interesting. What do we got? Yeah, Rachel Lee Cook. I love Rachel Lee Cook. Love, love, love. And Christopher Lloyd, of course. Jamie, thank you so much, Jamie. Appreciate that. The 4K of Midsummer is expensive. Is it? What do I have? I have the Blu-ray. Oh, you know what? I have a 4K of Midsummer, but it's like this big yellow book. It's like the unrated one. Is that the one you're talking about? It's really cool, but the problem I don't like about it is it's so big that like you can't put it in a DVD shelf. You got to like put it in a bookshelf. It's strange. Like I like the idea, but it's like the unrated one. Zach Brewer, what's up? I just want to show some love and support, brother. Keeping amazing content. Just got me a bone. Yeah. I'd love to know what is one of your most prized possessions. Okay. For one, thank you for buying a shirt. I love it. When you get it, take a selfie or something, or post a picture and tag me on like Instagram or on YouTube or whatever, and or DM me on Instagram and send me a pic, and I will post it on my story for sure. I appreciate the support. You're new to the. Are you new to the channel? Are you new to the streams? Because I don't recognize your name. But thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. Make sure you subbed if you guys aren't. And what's one of my most prized possessions in my collection? Right off the bat, I'm going to say my signed Lost Boys poster is one of my most prized possessions, and it's because there's people on it that have passed away, and I was very fortunate to meet them when I did. One of them being Corey Haim, the other one being Edward Herman, the other one being, oh my god, jeez, Brooke McCarter. The only person I'm missing from that, I think, is Jamie Gertz. And Diane Wiest, I'm missing. And the grandfather was already dead by the time I got a hold of that, so he's not on it. But the ones that are still alive that I think I need is Jamie Gertz and Diane Wiest. That's one of my most prized possessions, I think. That skateboard back there is one as well because that's a very cool item from Back to the Future. The sneakers too. That was another big item. But yeah, off the top of my head, I would say those are the couple that are prized possessions for me for different reasons. My current top 9 horror films: Friday Night Remake, New York Ripper, VHS 4. I haven't seen the new VHS movie. I'm probably gonna get it though because I have all the other ones. I don't know what Bible Camp is. All right, interesting, interesting. I saw Fright Night remake on opening day. I actually, I told this story I think before. I met Chris Sarandon that day. It was actually at Monster Mania, and I told him, I said, "Hey, we're going to see Fright Night tonight," and he like winked at me and he's like, "Oh, enjoy it." And then sure enough, he was in it for a little scene, and I was like, "Oh, that's killer." I definitely want to see your poster collection. You've always switching up. Yeah, you know what? It's like a gimmick that I've kind of started, but honestly, it gets hard because like these posters back here, I got to get a better setup. And I know I was talking to Phantasmat about getting the front ones. I have one of those over there. I have like a front one where you mount it to the wall and then you open the front. It's very easy to switch posters in and out. This way's tough because I have to take them down and take them out through the back. And I think eventually the clips are going to give way because I've been changing them out so much. So, but what else I've done, and again, it's a big waste of money, is I have like probably 12 posters already pre-framed in another room, just leaning against the wall. So sometimes I'll just take the poster and hang it with the frame already on. So, which kind of sucks because it's like, why have all these frames and I don't even really put them, they're not up. But it's an easy way for me to switch them in and out. But no, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see. JS. I think the major studios are releasing less and less when the titles of the boutique, kind of like Arrow doing. Yeah, yeah, they are. They are getting a lot more larger titles, which is cool. Joe Cool, man. If you're not sub because you're hitting me with these good questions, make me think. If you could watch any horror film with the film's director and star or stars of the film, who would they be? What film? Hey, I'll also just vote. Thanks, buddy. Man. I mean, again, I'm already like a part of me is like, oh, it's gonna be John Carpenter because I love John Carpenter films, but I'm like, do I really want to sit there with John Carpenter and watch his movie with him? And you know, I would say a Kurt Russell would be cool too, to sit with, but I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I'll probably go back to Lost. Oh, you know what? I think Tom Holland would be cool with Fright Night. I think that would be really good. If I think of anything else, I'll bring it up. But I keep going back to actually. I'm looking back there right now. Gremlins with Joe Dante, and I don't know. Would you consider that horror? I don't know, man. I guess I would probably have to go back to like the Fright Night. I did go to a Fright Night reunion with Pizzal actually one year, and everybody was there. We didn't watch the movie, but it was a big Q&A, which was really cool. Don Morton. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. John Cressup. Man, I would love to see here's the thing. If they're going to do it, I want it all. So give me a box set of nerds and we'll talk. I hate, like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves with physical media. It's like they release a box set and then another one comes out and then you've got like, just like, for instance, like Scream, like we're going to have a Scream box set and then what, Scream 5 just kind of on its own. Like, I hate that. I wish they would just wait and not give us a box set until it's absolutely necessary. And I know you can't call it like what's going to happen, right? Like anything can happen. Who would have thought Halloween would come back out in 2018. You know, and at the same time, I look at that as like a new, series, so I really don't care too much. But you know that we're gonna get another box set with those in there at some point. I think the biggest one for me is Fast and the Furious. It's like they come out with box sets like after every 3 movies, and they keep coming out more. So there's like so many box sets out there. Same thing with like I have a couple of Puppet Master box sets, and I really want that new one that everybody's getting. And I just kept dragging my feet because I'm like, I have so many box sets, but they keep putting out more movies and more sets, and I don't know. Same thing with Saw. Saw is the same thing. They keep putting out more movies and more sets. Jamie, heck yeah, kid. All right, so go to shop.deadpit.com. They're there. Are you on Instagram, Jamie? If I don't remember, I posted a link today with some different shirt samples that you can get. You can get a bunch of different styles. So, even if it just shows the t-shirt, if you go down the bottom, it'll tell you can get like a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a hoodie, a crew neck, a long sleeve, and all this bunch, tank top, and all this stuff. But hey, I appreciate that. Cheers to Fears. Found your channel thanks to Dead Couch. Oh, Justin. We're super excited to watch more of your videos because, hey, thanks, man. Cheers for Fears. I will sub to you. I don't know if I already did. Sometimes I see, I don't know what's going on with, I don't know what's up with YouTube. It's like, sometimes I see when people sub and then sometimes I don't. So a lot of times when people sub, if they have videos, I'll sub back usually. But sometimes like it doesn't show me that they've subbed. So unless I go back and dig around my recent subs or something, I usually don't see them. So if I saw that you subbed, I probably subbed back. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you haven't already voted in that video, go do it for me. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, and thank you for going back and checking out my stuff. I appreciate that. Brian Goes Blue. These guys always go full of good info. Did you see Desperado? Man, I am super pumped for that. I'm hoping it's not just like a Region B. Oh, it's a 4K, so I'm down. Hell yeah. And I've said this before, is not that I do have an all region player. It's an all region Blu-ray player. And it's one of those ones that I just hate using because every time I put a region B in, I have to put in like a code, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt to do. And to be honest, one of the biggest reasons I hate buying overseas stuff is I cannot stand those little like numbers on the spine and stuff. Oh, it drives me nuts. So like I try to stay away from doing region B stuff now, because I just don't like those little numbers. It just irks me. So if it's all region 4K, or what I like when they do now is they put it like on the sleeve. So when you take the sleeve off, it's like gone. I like that. They did that on like the Dawn of the Dead box and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited for Desperado for sure. That's a cool release. Uh-oh. Old Curly Jaws, I got a big surprise in June to July for you. What? Dude, you're going to get a shirt, man. Get a shirt. That's funny, man. I can't wait to see it. Oh, was it? I don't remember. They're not going to touch my Nerds 3 and 4 because they're made for TV. To be honest, I didn't even know that they were made for TV. I don't remember that. I can remember when I was a kid, Nerds in Paradise was like the big one that was being hyped. Another person I don't usually see in the chat, Sam Crow. Are you getting the Henry 4K? I don't know, actually. Possibly. I possibly will. I have it on Blu-ray already, an old one that came out like years ago. I like it. I like the movie, but I don't love the movie. So I don't know if it's going to be one I'm going to double dip on. I do love the big limited cases and stuff that Arrow does. So I may jump on it. Twisted Trucker. Yes, it is about time. Corey Haim movie. Watcher. A lot of people like that movie. It's a good one, but it's funny that so many people ask about it because I figured it'd be something that he wouldn't talk about that much. I got Pop in here. Where is he? I just saw him. I just moved the comment thing down. I'm behind in the comments, guys. What's up, Pops? What's up, man? Hangman. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Who we got here? Indie Phantom. What's up, dude? Welcome. Stephanie's trying to get a poster collecting. Poster collecting. Let's talk about it. I love it, but it is a tough one. DVDs and action figures and all this other stuff that I like. It's a hobby. It's been a hobby a long time. Things are more expensive now, and that's what sucks. When I was collecting DVDs, that was like when I was at the height of my collecting. I remember going to stores and just buying tons of them used for like $2.99. You could leave with like 20 DVDs for like maybe you spent like $30, right? $40 or something sometimes. And now everything's getting more expensive. So my friend Jason really tried to get me into more like art prints. Have you guys seen those like alternative movie arts where like um artists will do movie posters for movies, and they'll do their own designs for them, and I stayed away from that game for a long time. Number one, they're expensive, and number two, I was always more into like the original poster arts, the original movie uh, posters and the original designs. So I was always kind of collecting that. The big problem with collecting originals is the framing for them is really expensive, very expensive for 27 by 41s. So, I was doing reprints for a little while because then I was running into the idea of, well, I don't need an original because I don't feel like trying to frame it. So a lot of stuff I have are reprints. But then I started noticing that the reprint game is getting really bad. So I was getting some reprints and they started just coming and the quality was just getting worse and worse from these companies. And the company I used to use back in the day are gone now. So I have not found any company lately that have put out some good to good reprints. Because the same thing with reprints, like that Gremlins is a reprint back there. And that's the only non-original one back there. And even that, you can see it on the side that I Love New York Friday 13th. That's a reprint as well. And they look fantastic. And the Gremlins one is signed by a bunch of cast members back there. And I always heard like, don't get original signed, you'll ruin the value. And so that's why I was buying some reprints as well. I do have an original Gremlins. It's a weird game. It really is. And I have so many that are just folded or rolled that I haven't put on the wall because I only have two 27 by 41 frames over there in another part of the room. And a part of me was thinking, should I get four to put back here? And then I could at least start hanging some of those up. I don't know. It's tough. It really is. And if you see anything like post 1990 behind me, it's an original because that's when they changed it to the 27 by 41s. So if anybody knows any good reprint companies, because again, I would love to get some cool movies back here that are 27 by 40. I was just looking at one. I don't remember what it was I wanted. Oh, I was looking at a reprint of Over the Top to put back there. And I'm just afraid because I hate to buy and then have to try to return it because I don't like it. Everything looks pixelated and I don't like it. And a bunch of people have recommended a bunch to me, and I'm never satisfied with them. I don't feel like they look good at all, so I always end up just returning them. So yeah, the poster game's tough. And then when you start getting to alternate prints, which I'm into now, and I have commissions, so which means like I have artists like commissioning pieces, and they might run a small group of like 50 people and do like special pieces. And man, that it gets expensive. Like you're talking like $100 a print. And I love poster collecting and it's super fun and they're super cool, but it's an expensive hobby. And especially when you only have a certain amount of space, right? Like I have so much stuff that never hits the wall. And that's why I'm selling some of these alternate art prints. Not that I don't love them, I do, but I just know, hey, this will never hit rotation. So if there's anybody out there, I have some for sale. They're like 27 by 36, 24 by 36 size because of the artwork prints and not the original movie posters. So if there's any collectors out there, I have some stuff I'm trying to part ways with. Sorry guys, now I'm way behind in the chat. Let me see. Thoughts on Dead End Drive-In? Just caught it for the first time. Dead End Drive-In. Is that the one that Arrow put out? I think it is. Dead End Drive-In is that 80s one, right? It's like kind of like the drive-in with all the punks and stuff. It's like a post-apocalyptic. If that's the one you're talking about, oh, Norin Rad, what's up, man? I love that movie. I love it. If that's the one you're talking about, I can't think off the top of my head. I know Arrow put out a nice Blu-ray of it, but I love that one. Video Creep. This guy. Yeah, this guy. Video Creep. Check him out, guys. He's awesome. We got a collab soon, man. It's just been hard trying to fit in people I want to get on my schedule, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk. Zach Brewer, been watching you in the Dippets for a long time. Finally able to catch you on the live stream. Yo, Y'all do them, especially the recommendations y'all give. Awesome. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate you chiming in, saying what's up. Like I said, I don't recognize you in the chat. I appreciate you guys checking it out. It keeps getting more people in here, so I guess I'll hang around a little bit longer. But yeah, man, thank you so much. And when I was watching YouTube a lot at a younger age, I was watching all these guys, even Dead Pit, to find out, hey, give me some recommendations here. And I'm glad I can do that for you guys as well. Let me see. See, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to fly through this here. Hey, Video Creep, go click, and anybody else who's just popping in. I see people popping in. Click the video description. There's a video link in there, and I'm nominated for YouTuber of the Month. And then click that video and put my name in the comment section of that video, and that'll cast me a vote. I have no posters at all, just Twin Peaks puzzle I put together for. That's cool. Twin Peaks, that's another one, Jamie, that I have to go back and rewatch. I've tried to rewatch it a bunch of times, and things always come up, and I never can just sit down and just go through it. It's been a real long time since I've watched that full series. It's a great one though. But every time I see you post stuff, and what's his name, Cam, about Twin Peaks, it always gets me itchy to like go back and just watch it. But all I have is that gold box. I don't know if it has a better edition, but I have the gold box DVDs. Night of the Creeps poster. Nice, man. I have a signed Night of the Creeps poster as well. I have the one where the guy's at the door, like the zombie guy. Twisted Trucker box sets are a scam. I love box sets, but not the way that a lot of these companies do them, and just give. It's more or less like not the boutique labels. I'm gonna say it's more like the mainstream stuff, like putting out a set and then another movie come out. Like that's the thing. Like I am actually kicking myself because I passed on the Rambo 4K Steelbook set, and I really want it. And if anybody out there has it, they're willing to part with, let me know. And the reason I passed on it is because I'm like, geez, I'm not going to spend this money on this Steelbook set and then have another Rambo come out and then have one like sitting by itself. I hate that. So I didn't do it. And now I kind of regret that I want it, especially if there's no other Rambo movies coming out ever. I want to have that complete 4K collection, but that was why I passed on it. And now I'm kind of kicking myself because I think it's not as easy to find anymore. Old Curly Jaw is asking me about Chucky TV. I've seen one episode, the first one. That's it. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Dude, I got the Toulon trunk set. Yes, I need to get it, but I want to get it at the sale price that everybody's getting it on. So I got to wait until that. If anybody knows anything about, I don't know. I just got to keep my eyes open because I know they drop like a sale, and then I just got to be fast on it. Let me see. Indie Phantom. Oh, Jamie Hart's gonna get a shirt. Heck yeah, kid. Hold on, I'm behind on the chat again. Yeah, Indie Phantom, the same. Yeah, reprints are the quality's gotten way worse through the years. It used to be really good. I don't know what happened. But yeah. Now, yeah, like newer movies, like I'm really getting into that. Like, but I'm picky, right? Like I don't want just anything. Like I want to make sure I'm getting mostly horror stuff because to me it's like I want to snag these things before they become a big hit and then I'll never be able to get them. So like I just got X, which is I guess it's hard to find because I've even went on eBay to try to see if there's more, like if I can get the one with Brittany Snow on it. And I'm having trouble even finding any of the X posters. So I don't know if they're hard to come by. I got that. I got that new A24 one. I was just saying anything, everywhere, or whatever. I haven't seen it yet, but I grabbed the posters. I have a hookup at the theater, so I'm able to kind of get a lot of stuff. Not everything, but some stuff. I'm able to get them early. Like I got Firestarter already. Just stuff that I am hopeful for. That I really like them, so then therefore I can kind of put them up and have them and not try to chase them down on eBay. I do have I think I have a Scream 2018 poster I'm willing to sell. I think I got two, so if anybody was looking for one, Let me see. All right, we got Hangman's praising my Pet Monster. Yeah, man. That's a real good condition, man. It's got the chains. I know one of the big issues with My Pet Monster is its feet and its hands. Like the weird materials like tearing. That one's mint. My wife got that for me for Christmas probably like 5 years ago. And it was just like I never even said I wanted it. Like I may have said it in passing, like it was something like I've always wanted. It's been in my Amazon on my eBay cart for like 10, 12 years. And I was never able to pull the trigger on it because of price for the quality I wanted. And one Christmas morning, like she came in and had it. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, that's actually one of my favorite things I have, especially because it came from her and it was like such a random thing that she would do to get me something like that. Yeah, Old Curly Jaws X was great, and I'm excited for the next one too. Um, yeah, X is able to stream. Let me see. Yeah, this is one. Ali Hamwood. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Overrated horror franchise. I gotta go with Conjuring. Overrated. Okay. I might agree with you on Conjuring franchise. I like it. I don't love it. Um, there's bits and pieces. Like I didn't care for the Annabelle films. I liked Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2. I haven't watched that La Lorna one at all. I haven't seen it. I hated The Nun. Um, what else would be in that universe? So it's a give or take with me on that one. I think an underrated franchise, in my opinion, is the Amityville Horror. I love those first 3 movies, absolutely love them, and I even think, like, I'm surprised that the first Amityville does not get as much more love than it does. Like, there's a lot of people that don't even like that movie, and I feel like that's such a freaking good movie. Nobody really talks about that. Everybody talks about part 2, which is great, but I don't know, the original is awesome. Look at this guy, look at this guy. He's always selective about who he does collabs with, but he would do them with me. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that coming from you. Well, we'll talk, dude. Like I said, I've got a lot going on at the house now with renovation, so I'm not here all the time. So, like the videos that I do, I really have to book them out in advance because I got to make sure I'm home and all this stuff. So, we'll get to it. I promise. I'll try to see what I can do, but I'm definitely down. Definitely down. Jamie got the shirt. Sweet kid. Let's see. Am I a fan of Class of Nukem High? Is that the new one? Is that the new one or is that the old one? I liked the new one that they did, and then I just bought part 2, but I haven't watched it yet. But I did like that volume 1 that they did a couple years ago. Is that the one, or is I don't remember? Is Nukem High the old one? The Class of Nukem High? I forget, but I think I did. Zach Brewer, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. We'll have a big party if I do. The gold box is great. There's a Blu-ray set that is better and has more features. Cameron's Twin Peaks movie, Queen of What? I did not know any of this. I have to keep my eye on it. That's awesome, kid. Congrats. What is this? JS. Do you remember the old shirts by Vernet? No. Really? I gotta look it up. I don't know it off the top of my head. I know. I almost didn't qualify either, so that's why I'm hoping that I can the stars will align and I'll get 1,000 subs and YouTuber of the month before the end of the month and have like a big party stream. That would be fun. So the stars could align really well there. But yeah, man. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Video Creep, he does some great stuff. He gets deep on some topics, which is cool. Old Curly Jaws hooking it up. Thanks, man. Um, Indie Phantom talking the posters again. Yep, yep, yep. Woo! My favorite poster I have is Corey Feldman Friday 4. That's awesome, man. I'm a big Corey's guy, so I appreciate that for sure. It's great, great stuff. Oh, Curly, Man, you know what the one thing I will say, let me try to think, like, even on Halloween. Friday the 13th for me, the posters are always awesome. I absolutely love them. I love the Nightmare on Elm Street posters. The Halloween posters are good too. I mean, I think the posters for Halloween are a lot of them are better than the movie some of the movies, but I think they've always had great posters. I even have an original Jason X poster, and I'm not the biggest fan of Jason X. I saw it in the theater. It was okay, but the poster is unbelievable, man. It's a great image with the girl's reflection in the knife and the Uber mask. It's awesome. Um, Robert Long, am I going to buy the Part 3 Steelbook? No, I'm not, only because I didn't buy the other ones because I don't need any more Friday the 13th. I have the box set. I sold all my other Blu-rays that I had, basically. I've got multiple box sets on DVD that I still have. I can't do any more Friday, even though I love it, but it's just going to be a space holder at that point. I'm never going to watch it. Uh, good one, Joe Cool. If I could own any of the authentic animatronic Gremlins from Gremlins, it would definitely be Stripe. So I got Stripe right here. Trick or Treat Studios Stripe. It's actually very cool. It looks really good. He's my favorite out of everybody is Stripe. I do own a NECA Gremlin, like one of the big ones. It's okay. It's detailed. I like it a lot, but I'm more of a Gremlins 1 guy than Gremlins 2. And the one I have from NECA is just like a plain green Gremlin, and it's cool looking. I was actually trying to sell it, just because it's taking up a lot of space, and I have Stripe now, so I'm kind of fine with him. But yeah, it was one of the first ones. I think it was like the first one that they put out back in the day. But I would definitely say Stripe for sure. What's a movie you really liked at first but decided you hated it, never watch again? Huh. Let's see. Interesting. I hate Cannibal Holocaust, I'll tell you that, but I knew that the day I watched it. So, I can tell you that. As far as which one I liked and then hated, I feel like a lot of the times I'm the opposite, but let me think really quick. Usually I'll not like something and then learn to like it or start liking it more. But what I liked and then I hated. Um, Good question, man. Oh, you guys are getting me with a lot of these ones. I'm thinking off the top of my head like this. Usually it's the opposite. I usually don't like something and then like it. What did I like and then be like, I didn't really care for it. Good question. I'll try to think of it and come back to you. Tunes 2. Tunes 2. What's up, dude? Thank you. I haven't seen you in a chat before, but I appreciate you popping in. Again, guys, we got a lot of people in here. I think we've got almost as much as almost the most we've had all night, and it's freaking almost midnight. Oh my god, I got to work all day tomorrow. I got to start wrapping this up. But guys, really quick, smash a like on the stream. Another thing, I want you guys to check out the description of this video. There's a video on it, video link. If you haven't, click that video link, put Garrett at Born to Be Rad or Born to Be Rad in the comment section. That's going to give me a vote for new horror YouTuber for the month of April. If you have not, please subscribe. I have about 30 more subs left to get to 1,000. So I would love to hit that before the end of the month. That would be awesome. So I appreciate you guys jumping in. Let me go really quick down here and just see if I miss anything great. Oh, it's a good one. Ollie Hammond, where are you? I love Eaten Alive. And I agree. To me, that is the closest thing to a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I agree. It has Sally in it. It's Toby Hooper. You got Robert Englund. I love Eaten Alive. It's got a great Blu-ray from Arrow. And it's a movie that no one talks about. And I can understand though maybe people don't like it, but I totally agree. Like I've been a fan of that one for a long time. I had it on VHS and all that. Very, very cool. My name is Buck. So thanks for bringing that out. Let me ask you this. What camera do I use to set up? How is the camera? I feel like it looks good today. It's like, it's very give or take. Like I did Last Action Hero stream with Christian the other day, and I feel like it didn't look that good. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And you know what I think it is? I wonder if I like wiped the lens with my finger and it like was a little bit foggy. I feel like it looks good right now, but I feel like there's sometimes it's like give or take. And I don't know if it's like the light on me, the lighting. I don't know what it is. But it's funny that you asked me about the camera because I'm like, I bought a professional camera. I didn't like it. Didn't like I liked how it looked, but like the editing for it was just awful. Like I had to transfer everything to my computer. It was just a pain in the ass. I bought an external like cam and I didn't like how it looked. So I downloaded an app and I record through my phone. So I'm on a so if you can see I'm looking up and down, see this? Like when I look down, I'm looking at the chat in my screen. When I'm looking straight, I'm looking at my camera. So my camera is my phone. I have an iPhone 12. And I feel like it looks good, but it's inconvenient as all hell because I don't have like, say I want to look something up really quick, or I want to post like, hey, I'm going live. Like I don't have my phone to do it quick. It's up here. So it works, but at the same time, I wish I had a better situation with that. Um, but yeah, what I like about it though is if I record through my phone, I edit all my stuff through my phone because I can do it like on the go. Like for instance, I could finish this stream and I'm gonna go to bed and I can lay in bed in the first 10 minutes before I fall asleep. I'm just writing stuff out like a description or whatever. It just makes life easy for me. But I wish I had a better way, especially when it comes to streaming. Woo! Purple Born to Be Rad shirt. That's gonna look awesome. It's gonna look awesome. Make sure you send me a picture or post it somewhere and tag me. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. I'm just trying to see if there's any good questions I can jump to really quick. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Good question, man. Just wondering if you think they will ever release the Chucky and Tiffany dolls you bought forever ago. Those, yeah, dude, that is a nightmare. So Trick or Treat Studios announced they were going to do the follow up to this Chucky, which I love this Good Guys doll, love it. Trick or Treat Studios, it was their first run. I pre-ordered the thing, Kickstarter, whatever. I love it. Then they announced they were doing a Seed of Chucky with Glenn and Tiffany and Chucky, and I was like, oh, I got to get them. I got to get them. And that same week, NECA said, we're doing our own. We're going to do Bride of Chucky, Tiffany and Chucky. And they started putting pictures out, and I'm looking, I'm like, whoa, these blow away Trick or Treat Studios. The detail was nuts. So I'm like, I've got to get these. And they're so expensive. They're each like $500 or something like that. So I couldn't buy all of them. I mean, I'd still like to get Glenn, I think. But I was like, I'm buying the Bride of Chucky and the Bride of and the Tiffany, and I'm not getting the Trick or Treat Studios ones. And so I put a down payment on them. And man, that was 2018. And it had to have been because it was before, I think it was before my son was born. And they're not even done yet. And it's been crazy. Like they're posting pictures like, oh, soon. Like this is awful. Like it's been so long. And I mean, you can blame COVID and stuff all you want, but it's a little ridiculous now. How is Trick or Treat Studios already coming out with new Chucky dolls if we can't even get those ones? It's a nightmare, man. And I know people are like, why don't you cancel your order and get your money back? Because I still want them. And I feel like that if I do that and they end up coming, I'm going to regret it. So I'm trying to be patient, but these things need to come soon. This is like the worst thing NEC has ever done. And I'm hoping when these things come, they are mind blowing because it's been ridiculous that you've had to wait this long. And that's a lot of money that you put down to just sit on. And I will say this, I am considering getting the new Chuckies that were announced from Trick or Treat Studios. They have that plush one, which I like because I'm going to not box it. I don't even know if it comes in a box, but it's one that like my son can play with. My son always comes down here and wants to take Chucky out of the box. I'm like, absolutely not. So, this one I can leave on the couch. He can bring it somewhere. It's got that. It's cool because it reminds me of that scene in the movie where Andy's walking with the doll and he's like sideways. It's going to be cool. So I definitely want that one. And I do want the ultimate one as well, but it's expensive. So, I've got to just kind of, buckle down and figure that out. But I'm definitely gonna probably get them, no question. But yeah, the NECA ones, man, I don't know what to say about that. It sucks. Thank you, Joe Cool. I appreciate you coming in. I hope to see you on more chats, dude. You've been great with good questions. Justin Brown, what's up, man? I don't know if I saw you earlier. I apologize. I'm a big Renge and Nerds fan. I agree, Ali. Eaton Live should be mentioned for sure. Don't say it looks like it's fucking like Conquest. That's funny, Robert. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me about the Logitech. I bought a Logitech and I didn't like the way it looked, and I don't know if I just didn't have the settings right, so I returned it. But I might end up having to get another one. This shirts. I think I got this on TeePublic, I believe. If you type in Class of 1984 on TeePublic, I think you can get different designs. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. And I think things are on sale on TeePublic right now for the next 24 hours. So you might be able to snag one. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I love it. Don Morton, I just bought that from Screen Factory, or Shout Factory, like last week or 2 weeks ago. I just bought that movie. Haven't seen it in years. Thanks, old Curly Jaws. What's the best Easter horror movie, in my opinion? Easter. What is it on Easter? I mean, I have like those other one, like Easter Bunny and all that other stuff. It's the garbage. Am I not thinking of one? I would love a Police Academy boutique release. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty caught up on the chat. Sorry if I skipped any of your questions, but hey, I appreciate it, Holly. I will see you in a couple weeks, kid. Hey, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me. I know we just kind of bullshitted or whatever, but I definitely appreciate this. And all you guys who clicked that video down below in the description and voted for me on that channel, I appreciate that. Like I said, if we can get a 1K sub and YouTuber of the month kind of thing at the same time, that'd be what's going to be one hell of a stream. I'll have guests and all that as well. And thank you everybody who popped in. It's been popping all night. I mean, this is great for a no context type of stream. Definitely appreciate that. Again, guys, we've got, what do I have coming up this month? I'm going to be doing a roundtable with Dead Pit coming up soon. We'll be simulcast streaming, so you can either see it on their channel or mine. I have the Michael J. Fox retrospective career coming next month. Final Four is a stream I'm doing with Dead Pit. That's coming. I'm going to be on Sledgehammer Horrors. I'm going to be a guest on his show towards the end of the month. What else? I just agreed to something today. What was it? Oh, I'm going to be doing something with Mid-Level Media at the end of the month as well. So, oh yeah, and I also have if you guys watched, I did a series with my brother and his wife, Are You Afraid of the Dark Revisited. It's a series we're working on. We go back and watch some of the episodes because we were really big into that growing up. So we do a commentary and stuff over some of the episodes. So guys, I have one of those dropping this week. And we have episode 2. And I'm also going to drop a stream that I did with Wes. This was like when I first started my channel. So it's an old one. And we talk about one of my favorite movies, Salem's Lot. And it's exclusively was on the Dead Pit YouTube channel, but I'm going to re-upload it to this channel probably tomorrow for any of you guys to check out. If you're a fan of Salem's Lot, you can check it out. But keep in mind, it's like a year and a half old of a video, maybe a year old. So maybe some of the stuff we talk about might already be not current anymore. I don't know. I haven't watched it back in a while, but I wanted to repost it because I know Salem's Lot just got put on Tubi. So I was hoping maybe people could check it out and then watch the movie, or vice versa. Jeff Overing, you must be my age. Maybe. I'm probably older than you think I am. Yeah, guys. So thank you all. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And like I said, throw it a like, share my stuff around. Like I said, it would just be a super helpful. Number one, it'll be helpful for the votes on that contest and also for me to get to that 1,000 subs. So share the stuff around. I appreciate that, guys. And I appreciate you guys buying the merch. That is awesome. And hopefully we're, things just kind of cooler and radder from here. So, guys, thank you again for hanging out with me late night on a Wednesday. Random. You guys like these rad up all nights. I'll do some more of these for sure if I don't have any specific content coming out. My Killer Mel, you too, kiddo. For sure. Thanks for hanging. I'm gonna go check out yours thing soon as well. Didn't you do did you do something with American Psycho as well? Is that what you did? We'll go check it out right now when I'm getting ready to go to sleep. All right, guys. Hey, thank you again so much. Throw it a like. This is Garrett at Born to Be Rad, and like always, stay